How is it going, everyone, and welcome back to yet another video on the channel. Now today I have a very interesting video for you all that I cannot wait to share with you, and it is revolving around a topic around the NHL that is highly controversial and I'm sure will spark a ton of discussion and debate in the comment section below. So first and foremost, if you are new around here, make sure you voice your opinions in the comment section below. I would love to hear each and every single one of you, and I will probably be responding to every single one of these comments if they are relevant to the topic. Anyways, today we are talking about two absolute NHL superstars who have just entered the league this past season, two highly touted picks, first and third overall in this past NHL entry draft, Sttzle and Alexis Lafreniere. Today we're talking about these two players in a head-to-head kind of scenario. I'm talking about why I feel Sttzle is the better player and will have the better career overall than Alexis Lafreniere. I know I'm going to get so much hate from Rangers fans for this, but screw it, we're doing it anyways. I'm excited for this video. If you guys are also excited, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all of that stuff. And yeah, let's get right into this video. Oh, and just one more quick thing before the actual analysis of the video began. I just wanted to remind you guys when you are watching this video to please respect both my opinions and other viewers' opinions on the question of the day. Do not be toxic in the chat below. Don't attack another viewer or myself for what we believe is the right answer to this question, because to be honest, there is no right answer. Honestly, it's still really early in both of these players' careers, and I'm sure you could argue either way. So just something to keep in mind when you're watching the video. Please be respectful. If you have something negative to say, don't say it at all. Just click off the video, and that is that. Obviously, if you have a differing opinion to a viewer or myself, be sure to say it, but say it in a respectful way. It's not a huge ask, guys. Just don't be toxic in the comment section below. Now that we've got that clear, we can officially let the video begin. Alright, so when we're comparing two players in Alexis Lafreniere and Sttzle, there are a ton of things to take into consideration, such as the players that they play with and the teams that they play on. As if we start off with Alexis Lafreniere, he plays for the New York Rangers currently, and the Rangers haven't gotten off to the greatest start. Only 2 wins in 8 games, and they are currently last in their division, the East Division. Obviously, commiserations to them. They are in the hardest division. But still, you have to be doing better than at least the Devils or the Sabres, who are still in a bit of a rebuild. And obviously the Rangers have gotten quite a bit of praise in the past couple months for the players that they've been able to put together. Obviously getting guys such as Panarin and Kreider and Zibanejad and Shesterkin and Kaapo Kakko, and now obviously Alexis Lafreniere. Kaapo Kakko, if we talk about him for just a second, he didn't have the greatest transition to the NHL, and nor has he actually had the greatest sophomore year so far, as I believe he only has like 2-3 points or something like that, which is not great. So that just built a lot more pressure for Alexis Lafreniere, who was touted to be the greatest player to come out of a draft since Connor McDavid himself. So that's a lot of pressure if you ask me, and he hasn't really had the greatest start, only 1 goal in 8 games, no assists. So if you look at it this way, it's not the greatest start of the year for Alexis Lafreniere. Now, I have absolutely no idea what David Quinn is doing over there with the Rangers and their lineup, but it appears to me that Alexis Lafreniere is playing on the 3rd line of the New York Rangers alongside Brett Howden and Kaapo Kakko. Why would they do this to the player that was argued as the best player to come out of an NHL entry draft since Connor McDavid himself, yet he is playing on the bottom 6 of the New York Rangers? He could literally be playing with Mika Zibanejad, Buchnevich, Panarin, Strome, Blackwell, Kreider, any of these players, but no. He is playing with Brett Howden and Kaapo Kakko. Why would they do this? This is ridiculous. He is so talented, yet they're limiting his role to a bottom 6 forward. I mean, thank God now they've finally updated it. Yesterday, they had him playing on the 3rd line. This morning on NHL Faceoff, it is currently the 31st of January, and they finally have updated it so Alexis Lafreniere in the line rushes is playing with Mika Zibanejad and Buchnevich, which is a huge sigh of relief, because if David Quinn had kept that up, it would have been detrimental to the development of Alexis Lafreniere early in his career. Why he didn't put him up there at the start, it's beyond me. But thank God he finally opened his eyes and put Alexis Lafreniere on that 1st line. Anyways, veering away from that rant or whatever you want to call it, let's now shift our focus over to the Ottawa Senators side of things and talk about them. So if we look at the Ottawa Senators as a team, I'm going to be completely straight up blunt and honest with you guys. They are not that good. The Ottawa Senators are probably the worst team in the NHL as of right now with a 1-6-1 record, despite them acquiring guys like Dadonov, like Stepan, like Murray. And I could see what the GM was trying to do here by acquiring these older veterans who have success in the NHL, you could say. They brought them in here to treat these guys as mentors towards the younger players, right? To help them find their way. The guys like Kachuk, like Shabbat, like Tim Sttzle. You know, it was a very good idea, but it did not pan out, as we can see with their record. And, you know, you look at the 1-6-1 record and you look at the faces of the guys on the Senators. You could see Kachuk kind of snapped in the last game against the Canucks. And you can see a bit of deflation throughout their whole team, as it can't feel good to lose 7 straight games, and it does kind of get old at some point, right? So that's the one kind of side, though. You know, their confidence levels are low, but there are still a ton of positives that I wanted to talk about that really kind of edge out Alexis Lafreniere from Tim Sttzle's progression thus far in the NHL, and that's what we're going to be talking about right now. Now, despite the fact that what I'm about to say is quite vague, it makes quite a lot of sense in my head, so just bear with me when I say this. In terms of comparing Alexis Lafreniere and Tim Sttzle, it just looks like Sttzle is so much more vibrant on the ice and so much more energetic and looks like he actually has a knack to want to win for his team. And that is something I really found lackluster in Alexis Lafreniere's game throughout analyzing a bit of tape, looking at his highlights. For a majority of it, he was just defending. You know, he had a couple nice takeaways here and there, but for a majority of it, he didn't even really have the puck. He wasn't advancing it, he wasn't shooting on goal, he was just passing it off, kind of looking a little bit shy there on the ice. A completely different player to the one that we saw play in the World Juniors just last year, where he absolutely dominated. On the other hand, Tim Sttzle, he had an awesome World Juniors. He was almost leading in goals. And that performance directly translates into this year's performance in the NHL there for the Ottawa Senators, as he's taking risks, he's moving the puck, he's doing all of the things that no 18-year-old will even think of. And it's awesome to see that. And I don't know if it's just me, but I see so much more confidence in this man's game rather than Alexis Lafreniere's just really shy, timid stature when he's on the ice. Despite being on a very bad team, Tim Sttzle is very resilient on the ice. He's doing all of the things that an 18-year-old would never think of doing. And I know I said that just now, but it really is true. So I really see this in Tim Sttzle, and that is my main argument here when I talk about these two players thus far. Again, it is so early in both of these players' careers, either one of them, and I'm sure both of them will be awesome players in the future. But what I see right now, it's Sttzle, man. Sttzle takes the cake for me. If you guys disagree, let me know, but I'd love to hear an argument and a reason for why you feel right now Alexis Lafreniere is the better player. But anyways, with that being said, I think that's all I really wanted to say for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you did make it to the end of the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. You already know the drill. Make sure you join that road to 4K subs. We are on the road and we are making steady progress. Make sure you answer today's question of the day because it is quite an interesting one. You can argue either side. I would love to hear each and every single one of your comments below. And yeah, have a good day, guys. And I'll be sure to catch you guys all in the next video. See ya.